Hi guys, it's Ray. We're starting another new cup today. This one is going to be on a 30-ounce skinny straight. I painted it a pale yellow to start, and I'm going to do the double triangle top and bottom. So, when I get started. I'm going to use this as my bottom triangle. I'm going to cut it down to about 6 inches. On this trimmer, the 6 is like in the crack, so I'm just going to line it up with that edge. I'm going to do the same with this one. This is going to be the top. This one I'm going to apply first. And we're going to go over this with the rest of it. So I'm just going to cut on the same line. And I'll still have all of this left for something else someday or to pass along. So to cut it down, cut my points, really doesn't matter what's top, what's bottom on this one. Just going to line it up on my mat between 6 and 18. That's going to put 12 as my center. And I'm going to trim it. Nope. Yeah, because it doesn't matter if this is top or bottom, right? So it doesn't matter if I have it up or down. The other one will matter. So from the center point, and this one will just go straight to that center, so I don't have to worry about it being lined up. But you can if you want. Just line it up corner to your point that you already started. Or you can do that, fold it in quarters like we did in the other video. Whatever method works best for you. So that's going to be my top piece of vinyl. This is going to be my bottom piece. I'm going to do this first because I want this to overlap that. First, I am going to make an anchor on both of these. Now we can line this up. Get it situated where you think you want it. And then go peel your anchor. which I might be a little bit off here. But this is going to get a drip at the top, so I'm not even going to stripe it or anything. So if it's slightly off, which it is, it's crawling up the cup. It's not going to be the end of the world. We will go ahead and grab our edge trimmer and fix that, I think. And I'll try and do better on my bottom. So for your bottom, you're going to want your points to kind of match up. Slightly off, but we're going to pinstripe. It'll be fine. So, I'm not going to put this on here yet, but I'm going to trim it down. I'm going to grab my edge trimmer. A drip. So I'm actually going to sand a little bit of the paint off anyways. Because I want that drip to stick to the stainless if possible. So I'm going to have a big gap at the top. Okay. That's actually pretty good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a fine gold glitter. Fine. And I'm going to mix just a tiny bit of the gold glitter. I'm going to use this Fool's Gold from Glitter and Pixie Dust, I think. I'm going to mix a little bit of it in my epoxy when I go over this. And I may put a tiny bit of the Honey Gold Diamond Dust in as well. Okay, so my epoxy is mixed. I'm going to get my glitters in. I'm just going to literally coat the top. That is it. I do see one little bubble in my vinyl I'm going to get before I do this. And for the diamond dust, I'm basically just going to coat my spoon. Together those match up pretty well. You can't even see where I put the diamond dust on top. Oh yeah, that's going to be just right. Okay. I always get nervous when I do a color, not a white sheet. Okay, so I'm going to pinstripe this and then get the decal on, and then I'm going to get another coat of epoxy on it, and I'm going to tuck just one B into that coat of epoxy around the decal, and Once that's dry, we're going to go ahead and do a drip on this one. So I am not going to pinstripe the top edge. And I'm just going to use black vinyl pinstripes. We're going to skip the top pinstripe because we're going to do the drip and it's going to cover it anyways. Be the queen you were born to be. We're going to put here in the center. Just going to kind of line it up. I would normally do a couple of bees, but I think because it just simply says queen and there's one, I'm only going to put one. I don't know, maybe I'll do a couple. Okay, hopefully this is firmed up enough. We'll see. Can't even pick it up with these stupid tweezers. See how that looks when it comes around. I feel like I got one too close and one too far. Okay, so we're going to let this finish drying. Okay, so I have the epoxy mixed for the drip. It's been sitting for a couple minutes already. It's got to sit a little bit longer, but I'm going to go ahead and mix in some alcohol ink. This is Peach Bellini from Ranger Tim Holtz, but I don't want it to be translucent, so we're going to bring the color down and darken it up with some beer mica and some more of this honey gold diamond dust. And then hopefully it will thicken up fairly quickly. It should. It is a fast set. It's not a it's not like a super fast set, but it is a fast set with like a 20-25 minute working time. So hopefully I can catch it at the right moment. Oops. that was a lot. That was a lot more than intended. What happens when you don't use a spoon? So I'm just going to keep an eye on this, and when it starts running slowly on the cup when I do that, that's when it'll be ready. I don't thicken this with any kind of starch or anything. I just like to wait for the right moment. Okay, so I am in that place where I can feel it getting hot and starting to thicken up, or if I don't move soon, it's going to be a problem. So I'm going to grab my tumbler. And I'm going to kind of start towards the back. But hopefully you can see how it's shaping up. And I can even add some shorter drips. Although that didn't end up shorter. So this will drip on my drying rack some. But that's fine. If you don't want really long drips, let it thicken up more before you start your drips. I'm okay with the long drips. I'm pretty happy with this. Just to give it something different, because there are little drips coming off of these honeycombs. So, but yeah, that is going to be it for this one. This is how it's going to look. If I have to do one more coat of epoxy, I will go right over the drips and all. But I am pretty happy with this. I'm just going to kind of try and round out the ends of some of the sharper looking drips if I can. Not necessarily all of them, but some of them. Okay, so we'll take a look at it. There's our drips, cute little bees, be the queen you were born to be, and our 2 coordinating vinyls, and our bottom is just yellow. So that is it. I'm going to leave this on my drying rack to dry, and that's it. Thank you for watching. If you like this one, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time.